we are going to be finishing off tonight's fun with our favorite person, one of our favorite people, because chat Scott put out a video a couple days ago about the double barrel brush gun. Machinist, I'm not going to slip and let out an A, because I'm not Canadian born, remember? I do not sound Canadian. I will never sound Canadian because I will continue to talk like someone from the States. I will continue to talk like someone from the Midwest. Now, Machinist, it's not going to get me. It will not. Especially when I'm talking with you guys primarily on a daily basis. No. I'm going to be developing the Canadian accent. Oh, Vishrock, oh, you could try. Okay. I can say, don't you know, but I have to actively think about saying that. It doesn't just come out naturally. No. Me, I'm from Chicago. I'm originally from Chicago, so no, I'm not a Minnesotan. Alright, so let's take a look at this double barrel brush gun. I'm intrigued. This should be fun. Let's do it.
A cardinal.
Yeah.
Blue jay. Yeah. Looking good.
Wait, did he say blue jay? No, Bobcat, if they pull a knife, I pull out a howitzer. Is that how a blue jay sounds?
Looking good.
I can't think. I can't remember if blue jays sound like that. Scooter or W? What do you think? Is it Scooter or W that just did that? Eh? You think it was... Well, no, he hasn't really been using Rex lately. You think it's not... Oh, a lot of people say W. I'm seeing it, one or two scooters. Okay. W.
Yeah.
It was W.
Yeah.
Jesus, W. What's wrong?
Get a couch all the way in the creek. Think that's a kookaburra. Ah!
What's a kookaburra doing in Kentucky?
What's up, everybody? My name is Scott, and you're watching Kentucky Ballistics. And over the years, I have had a lot of fun with 4570. I've shot lever actions, semi-automatic rifles, pistols, even Derringers. But there's one type of 4570 that I've never shot, and I'm very excited to try out today, and that is a double-barrel 4570. This behemoth of a rifle is a Pedersoli double rifle.
Okay. Quick question. I don't know if I've asked this about some of the double rifles he's had before. Is this the double rifle that Burt Gummer used in the first Tremors? No, sorry, not the first one, the second one, the second Tremors. It is not. Okay.
Double rifle.
I was just curious.
In 4570, it is a very pretty rifle. Some very nice color case hardening.
Wow,
that
is old school. Old school hammerlock. Wow. Man, you don't see many of those anymore. J10 only if I get one too. You know what? My family used to have a double barrel hammerlock like this. Like antique, non-functioning antique. I don't remember.
To trigger my
response, aren't you? I can't remember if the antique we had was in 4070 or if it was a more modest gauge, but it had the same hammer locks. Oh, that's pretty.
Big external hammers, which I absolutely love the look of those. I am super excited to see what it's like shooting 4570 out of this, but most of all, I'm excited about shooting 2 barrels of 4570 at once today. Most likely multiple times. Let's get set up and get started. I have never fired this thing
be
before,
fun.
so we're gonna go ahead and shoot it and get that out of the way. I have some 4570 405 grain flat points. There we go.
Okay. So what my family had was not a 4570. It was actually a shotgun. My guess is it probably was a 12 gauge because I definitely know I didn't see him break the barrel. It definitely was bigger than that. So I'm guessing what my family had was a 12 gauge double barrel external hammer braid shotgun. Wish I still had the thing, at least I wish I still had that, at least from a antique standpoint.
I'll pull them both back. Here we go. That's not bad at all. All right, second barrel.
Hang on. Okay, I can tell I'm going to need to move. So I will hang out over here so you guys can see all the fun goodness.
Here we go.
Nice.
That's not bad at all. All right, second barrel. That's actually a lot of fun, and I'm pretty excited about pulling both triggers. Let's see if I can actually get my timing right.
Oh, he's going to try to do both.
All right, I'll get both fingers in there. Here we go.
Nice.
That is awesome. That's awesome. Okay, I really like this thing a lot.
Nice. Very nice. Very nice.
Do it again. Get my fingers in there. Oh!
No, knocked it down.
Target.
Oh, he's getting better. Oh, he's getting better. Those two shots were almost on top of one another.
Oh! We knocked over the steel target.
Like, Dragon, are you talking about like perfect timing as far as like both barrels firing simultaneously? Is that what you're referring to? Because if that's what you're referring to, yes. The only way he could possibly get perfect timing is if he had a finger, if he somehow managed to hold that shotgun and have two fingers, one on each trigger. Because simply by physics, you know, no matter how fast he pulls that trigger, one round is going off before the other one, even if they're closely grouped together. So, unfortunately, there is not going to be a perfect timing, but that last shot was pretty close together. He did well with that. And Sad Cat, thank you for the follow.
That was cool. I feel like
What do you mean that? Wait, Hasio, what are you talking about? That what he's doing is he's doing a single trigger pull with his trigger finger. He's just pulling straight back to engage both triggers, but one is engaging before the other one is. That's like he's not pulling both triggers literally simultaneously. He's doing a single pull with his trigger finger, and he's engaging both triggers, but they are stacked. I don't think he is. No, he's not. I don't think he is. Hang on. Does he have a finger on each? Does he? You're right. You're right. I figured with the gloves he wasn't able to fit his finger in. I figured with the gloves he wasn't able to fit it in when it was staggered. Okay. Okay, maybe he is doing a dual finger pull. Okay. I thought the gloves were too thick for him to do that.
That was cool. I feel like I got him to go off more simultaneously that time. So now I'm going to take a shot with one barrel and then two barrels at the same time and see what kind of difference in recoil I am experiencing. Now, I don't think I am a very fair judge of recoil, and if I shoot this thing normally, you're probably not going to see much movement regardless because I am the recoil king. So instead of shooting in a normal stance, I'm going to shoot
Rygats. But you're not wrong either.
Flat-footed and upright, and we're going to see how much I move. Okay, so I got one round in there.
Well, you're not wrong either, Dragon.
Upright. Well, here we go.
There's my station, chat. Snodgrass Landing. My station is called Snodgrass Landing. Achadashi. I know you approve that. Why would you approve that? Why? You realize chat is now going to be spamming the shit out of that at me. It is not Snodgrass Landing. It is Ember's Cage. Green Matter, it's the space station I got in Elite. It auto names it for you. But I changed the name. I changed it.
Completely upright. Well, here we go. I didn't really move. I don't know what to say. I'm just built different. 1, 2.
It's Chorisman? Okay.
Okay. 1 hammer. 2 hammers. No,
Traitor, Atanashi!
Here we go.
Oh!
I moved! Did you see that? I want to do that one
Wow.
more time. See if I can get them to go off at the same time a little quicker. Okay. Completely flat-footed. Here we go.
Whoa.
I'm really surprised that it threw me back that hard. That is cool. This thing is cool, and it is a ton of fun. Let's keep going, shall we? Spam is super annoying, but thankfully there's companies out there like today's sponsor,
Oh,
Aura, who
God.
have all kinds of awesome
Oh,
features
no,
to help
Scott. No.
battle spam.
Don't do it. Oh,
I'm
God.
talking about a
Oh.
sledgehammer.
Oh, God, Scott.
And one of those nifty features is Data Broker Opt-out. You may be asking yourself, well, what is that? Well, let me explain. Well, Aura will remove your personal information from data brokers and other
No, but it
people's
was
search
he ate
sites
it
that
off of
may
the
sell
end
your
of the
information to
sledgehammer
scammers,
machinist.
identity thieves, and other bad people. And on top of that, Aura has a ton of other features to help better protect you and your family. We're talking identity theft protection, financial fraud
It's
protection,
written off his hand.
VPN, antivirus, password manager, certified data security and privacy.
I hope so,
and
Dragon.
24-hour US-based support. Nailed it! I get all these nifty features in one app at one affordable price.
Shadows,
with Aura.
I
And
don't
if you
recall
wanna
ever
leave
eating
yourself
spam,
or your
thank
family
you.
vulnerable to data breaches and data brokers, then you need to check out Aura by swinging over to aura.com.
Oh, right. Sure it is, Robin. Sure it is.
Free, and that's
You
enough
go
time
right
for
ahead
Aura
and
to
you eat
find
that
out if any of
extra
your personal
iron in your
information has
diet.
been
See how far it gets ya.
Again, a big thank you to Aura for
Along with a
sponsoring
tetanus
today's
shot.
video. Now, let's get back to it. So next, I want to see what kind of velocity
Oh,
we're
no.
getting out of this double rifle. So I have a very...
Oh no. Run, Chronograph. Run! This will only end bad for you, my friend. Run like a deer! Quickly! Before it's too late!
advanced piece of technology. This is a chronograph, and this will measure the speed of my bullets and also will heat up my hot pocket. Let's see if we can get a reading. 1,449 feet per second. But now I'm curious, could we get a
Uh-oh.
reading with both barrels at the same time?
Oh no. And there it is.
I guess that's a no.
Oh God! Oh my God! He decapitated the thing with the fucking table! Forget about the ancient sling, just give Scott a table, the man is deadly with it! Show it again!
I guess that's a no.
Jesus!
You're okay. Okay. I know what one round of 45-70 will do, but what I want to know today is what happens when 2 rounds of 45-70 impact something at the same time. So we're going to start out with some cinder blocks. I have a regular cinder block, and then I have one that is 3.5 inches thick. For these cinder blocks, I will not be using soft points. I have some Underwood ammo, 430 grain, 45-70 hard casts. Let's
go
with the normal cinder block.
Oh wow, this should be...
If I can actually manage
it's gonna blast right through it. Oh yeah! Yeah? Blasted out the ass of the table. It completely blew its ass out. Uh-huh. And it just blew the ass out of the cinder block, which was the expected result. I was fully expecting. Yeah, the first impact was low, and then the second impact was high. The second impact kinda really didn't do much. Grumpy, that's Tangia, not Stream Elements. Yeah, the first one demolished it. Right there. The second one basically hit it in the corner. Like, the second one literally hits it. There's around there. And it just kind of hits it in the upper corner there. Like, boom. Yeah, basically, the first one did the job.
Now,
I don't know. I'm not sure, Demon. It might not have been.
2. Buckle my shoe.
Hey, Scott, your aim's a bit off there, but it still did it.
2 barrels of 45-70, that ain't nothing to shake a stick at. So these are 50-pound salt blocks. This is an old school target. Those of you who have been around for a very long time have seen me shoot these before. Those of you who are new, you've probably never seen them before. But these things are actually extremely dense. 50 pounds of salt. To those of you who have been around long enough to know what these are, thanks so much for being subscribed to the channel. And for those of you who are not subscribed, you should be absolutely ashamed of yourself. Hit that subscribe button.
I did.
So just to give you some reference, first, we're just going to take one shot with a 430 grain hard cast at the left block. Oh!
Oh, fuck. That certainly did the job.
Let's
Holy
check that out.
shit!
We did break up the block, but if you look at this right here, you can see we did not penetrate very far at all.
Yeah. Hang on, that makes me want to see that in slow-mo again. Hang on.
Oh.
Okay. Yeah. It's tough to tell with the shatter. Okay. Yeah, because the backside here didn't go all the way through. The backside is still present. Yeah, I think it's just the shockwave caused it to break apart. Yeah, it didn't actually penetrate through. Huh.
Oh, let's check that out. We did break up the block, but if you look at this right here, you can see we did not
Sharpshooter!
penetrate very far at all. 1 and 2. Oh!
Oh, he missed with one. Oh, he missed. I know, Gray Matter.
We have shot several hard targets at this point. And
yeah, I mean, that was a good shatter, but it was only one round. It's basically the same as the first one, because the second round went high. Yeah, here's the first round, right here. And then the second round, you're going to see pass overhead. Probably right about, yep, there it is. There's the second round. It passes overhead. Doesn't even touch it. And you see it impact into the berm right there. There's the bullet hole right there. So it was close, but it did miss. The second round did miss.
That was pathetic. Anyways, we have shot several hard
targets
Ace. At this point, and I have at least one more I want to shoot with both barrels of the 45-70. But before we do, I kind of want to hit some things that'll pop. So next, I have a 6-pound can of cranberry sauce. For this cranberry...
Demon? I don't know. I don't think it did. Hang on. Here's the first hit. No, it didn't. Look at that arc. That went over. I don't think it even skimmed it. That one was a flat miss. Yep. That second one was a flat miss.
With both barrels of the 45-70. But before we do, I kind of want to hit some things that'll pop. So next, I have a 6-pound can of cranberry sauce. For this cranberry sauce, I'm going to have 2 rounds of the 405 grain jacketed flat points.
All right.
Hopefully
this is going to go kaboom.
Rounds because we totally didn't hit that second salt block with both rounds. Here we go. I think I only hit it with one.
Yeah. And now the first one went really low. But that second round, chat, it blew its back out. That round 100% blew the back out. And yes, that first round hit the table. Blasted out the ass of the table. It completely blew its ass out. Thank you, Jersey. I'm glad someone did it. Yeah, yeah. First one hit right there, right on the lip of the table and deflected. And the second one went kind of high.
So when I'm pulling these triggers, I kind of had to pull my whole arm back to pull both triggers at the same time. And I think it's causing me to have a little bit of rise. Get over there. I am starting to become...
Hang on. I want to see something here. Hang on.
Here we go.
Not getting a good
so when
angle.
I'm pulling these triggers, I kind of had to pull my whole arm back to pull both triggers at the same time. And I think it's causing me to have a little bit of rise.
Maybe repping.
I am starting to become a little annoyed that I can't get both rounds on target at the same time. So, logically, I think we should just scoot up a little bit. And our next target is going to be a whole gallon of mustard. So we have scooted up a lot closer this time, and I'm loaded up with 2 rounds of 405 grain jacketed flat points. And this double barrel destruction is brought to you by SDI. Oh, there we go.
Oh, God. Oh. The rain splattered, chat. Oh, goodness. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm gonna have to shift again because he shifted. Hang on, let me rewind it. That was big splatter.
Ow, no, that's on my mouth.
Oh my God. That one, the double barrel, didn't even fucking matter. That's funny. Look at this. By the time he's pulled the trigger for the second round, it's already done. Watch this. First trigger, down. Second trigger, and already destroyed. No, I'm looking here. I'm looking at the hammers. Like, first one, done. And then by the time the second hammer falls, it's already gone. Already fucking done. Yes, Fishy. The second one was there just to blast the ass out of the table. Oh, the face! The face!
Oh!
Oh, the face!
But, hold on. It's not a total loss. Not a drop. Not a
Poor
single
Scott.
drop of mustard on the double barrel 4570. That's all I care about. I can I can attempt to wash these clothes, but you get mustard on a gun, it's gonna eat the finish right off of it. Trust me, I know from experience. So it looks like I will be filming the rest of this video without my jacket because I completely got it covered in mustard. The only other problem is my micro tech got covered in mustard.
No.
This is the underwater demolition team version. It's supposed to be able to open underwater, so I'm gonna see if it will. Oh man, that mustard is nasty. Let's see if it opens. Ha!
Wait. I thought those kind of knives were not allowed in the States. Am I wrong? Are automatic opening knives like that only certain states? Okay, certain states. Gotcha.
That mustard is awful. So I have one last
Bad
that
Wolf.
I want to blast today with 2 barrels of 4570, and that is body armor. This is an RMA Armament level 4 ceramic plate. Now this should stop 4570 no problem, but how will it do when it gets hit with 2 barrels of 4570 at the same time?
I think this plate's gonna be fine. This plate can stop practically a 50 cal. Even if it gets hit with 2 4570s at the same time, this plate is gonna stop it. Because he'd have to practically point blank it to make sure that both 4570s hit in about the same spot. There's too much spread on these. So even if both rounds do hit, if he gets close enough for both rounds to hit, it's gonna be like here, and then here, and the plate's gonna stop it. Yeah, it's 100. Like, I think Scott's idea is, what if like 2 rounds hit together in a tight grouping, but the problem is this thing is not doing tight groupings. So you're gonna get, if the second one even hits, like we're seeing the spread on these is significant enough that I think only one round might hit. I don't think the second round, he's gonna have to get very close to ensure that the second round hits.
What the? What? Is this some sort of a prank?
Scott, my guy, that's not how you use duct tape to gag someone. It's completely wrong. First and foremost, you have to make sure that the mouth is well packed, and then you have to get a couple of wonderful turns around the head to ensure that the wadding is held in there nice and firmly. And so that the person, all they can do is just trust me, I know.
You wasn't it. You did it. So for this test, obviously, we're going to use hard casts. These are the Underwood Ammo 430 grain hard casts. I would not want to be
Gray matter? Oh, yes. Absolutely.
I would not want to be him right now. Holy cow. Let's check that out.
Wait. That second round. Hang on. Not even gonna ask you about what, GBP? Did that even hit the plate? Yeah, hit right there. So, what did I say? Yeah, what did I say? You're gonna get a spread. You're gonna get that spread. You're not gonna hit them close enough to make a difference. It's like, granted, I said it was this way, it went this way instead. But, yeah, it destroyed the tape, but yeah, with this spread, you basically have to get point blank. You kind of need to get point blank and drop the thing in a lead sled and have 2 strings connected to each trigger in order to do a simultaneous pull without basically, because the problem Scott's having is he said when he's trying to do both triggers, he's pulling his entire arm back to do so, and it's causing that second round to go high because, well, the first one goes off without a hitch. He still has to continue to pull his arm back for the second trigger, and that's causing him to pull rearward, which means the muzzle is going to raise slightly. So, yeah, the only way to properly do it would probably be into a lead sled. Oh, GBP doesn't know. GBP? Yes, I'm very familiar with duct tape. I've been tied up in wonderful ways with duct tape in the past. It's fun.
Oh, okay. So we have 2 holes in our plate. That is pretty cool. It looks like when that first round is going off, the gun is already starting to raise by the time that second trigger goes off, and that's why we're having one here and one up top. Looks like it did stop it. That's one heck of a bulge, but it did stop 2 rounds of
we knew it would stop it.
45-70 hard cast at the same time. That is pretty awesome. Let's look at this guy though. Okay, his chest.
Oh my God!
So,
what? Yeah, I mean, granted, you're not gonna have your chest cave in like that, but you're definitely gonna have some bruise. I'd say it might even crack a rib. With the double impact like that, that might even crack a rib, potentially speaking. I could see that happening.
He definitely did still experience a little bit of energy.
I don't think a punctured lung, I don't think it's gonna be that extensive, but definitely a cracked rib, I'd say.
I have had a lot of fun today with the double barrel 4570. What did you think about it? Let me...
What? Uh-oh. Nice. Oh, just flower those melons. Oh, he's double barreling it. Oh, that looks awesome in slow-mo. That looked amazing in slow-mo. You're just hoping to trigger my response, aren't you? Machinist, of course. Enjoy playing with melons. Yeah, the last sledgehammer hit looked really fucking cool. The way the shockwave had all of the watermelon juice kind of just like rippling upward. That looked so cool.